All across the nation, of course, we and all other news organizations and citizens in general will be paying attention to this Ghomeshi story. But in Toronto, we have another step forward in another sex trial and story involving a fairly prominent person, Faith Goldy. Give us, first of all, the basic details of this story.
All right, a lot of Sun News Nation out there will remember the name Benjamin Levin. This guy was Deputy Education Minister under Wynne when she was the minister there. Dalton McGuinty was our premier between 2004 to 2009. He's also a tenured professor at OISE. That's the school that teaches teachers. He was part of Kathleen Wynne's transition team when she was elected from within her party to run this province. Well, he, as some folks will recall, is now facing 7 child pornography and child exploitation charges. So today, in what was supposed to be just a preliminary hearing, there was a big procedural doohickey, if you will, when his defense team that is headed by Clayton Ruby, famous lawyer here in Toronto, he said, no, we're not going to have a prelim today. What we want to have is a trial. A lot of folks would say, whoa, are you just trying to hoodwink the Crown here? Because, I mean, what's she going to do? Just speed dial all of her witnesses in for today? So as it turns out, he was arraigned today. He had all of those 7 charges that are now on your screen read out, and he gave us his plea, not guilty to all accounts. Yeah,
keep in mind as you look at those charges, this is not a guy who is accused of cruising around on the internet, click on that, there's an interesting looking woman, clicked on this, ooh, didn't mean to see a kid, now the cops come through the door. He's accused in part of making child pornography.
As well as distributing counseling to commit an indictable offense. I should mention that there is a publication ban, so I am not at liberty to discuss the evidence within, but you're completely right. The police did come through the door, so to speak. The allegations arose out of an international sting operation that reached as far as New Zealand to London, Ontario, London, England, and it was a New Zealand cop that said, we got a problem here in Toronto.
You know, another interesting aspect of this is that there was a proposed change in sex education. There were people who hated the proposals, saying, who's got an agenda to try to jam some of this stuff on kids who are too young for it? And it turns out, him.
Right. A policy so sinister that even lefty Dalton McGuinty reneged. He pulled this policy. Kathleen Wynne has promised to push it forward in 2015. And folks at home, if you have any doubt on Benjamin Levin, the man on your screen, his involvement, well, he wrote out a document that I acquired. It was simple Google search, folks. Other media won't do. April 6, 2009, Mr. Levin stated this was a province-wide strategy that has been a priority for our Minister of Education, Kathleen Wynne, and me.
Well, you'll stay on the story for us.
You bet. I'll be back in court on Friday.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jerry.